drawing more fans from all over the world. Local consumer prices continue to hover at the 2% rate in April.
Turning to robots to allow the visually impaired the chance to better indulge in cultural experiences. Like the number of hybrid cars are registered in South Korea has surpassed 2 million using its locally developed Yuri rocket.
Arirang.
Thanks for joining us on Arirang News. I'm Moon Hae-ryun in Seoul. On this Constitution Day, President Lee Jae-myung vowed to pass on the spirit of civic resistance against the 2024 martial law.
매년 12월 3일을 국민 주권의 날로 지정해 국민 모두가 그날의 의미를 함께 기억하고 민주주의의 가치가 다음 세대에 영원토록 온전히 계승될 수 있게 하겠습니다.
Inviting to the Blue House on Friday several citizens who resisted against the martial law, the president promised to ensure that the spirit of K-democracy can spread across the globe as a model of democracy. He vowed to establish a digital archive to collect and preserve records of the protest on a state level. To commemorate the restoration of Constitution Day as a national holiday after 18 years, the National Assembly marked the occasion with a ceremony on Friday morning. Speaker Cho Jung-sik called for revising the Constitution to protect citizens whose rights it currently overlooks and pledged to complete the revision within the current Assembly's term. 5 such citizens were invited to underscore that reform must go beyond restructuring power. Leaders from the ruling Democratic Party and the main opposition, People Power Party, both attended, despite an ongoing standoff between the two over the leadership of parliamentary committees. Korea's Defense Ministry is expected to hold a public hearing in early August as it begins gathering public opinion on a plan to merge the Army, Navy and Air Force academies into a single 4-year academy. According to the ministry on Friday, the hearing will gather opinion on unresolved details, including entrance exams. Alumni of the 3 existing academies have vowed mass protests, while opposition lawmakers call the merger a political flashpoint, and the ruling Democratic Party pushes to pass legislation for the merger this year. Defense Minister An Kyu-baek says he will meet alumni groups directly to hear their concerns. The Trump administration is tightening its student visa rules, introducing a major change that will affect more than 1.2 million international students, including those from Korea. An Sung-jin has the details.
The United States has announced a new rule limiting F1 student visa holders to a maximum stay of 4 years. The Department of Homeland Security announced on Thursday local time that the admission for non-immigrant visa holders will now have a fixed time period. On the press release, it stated that this new rule will end foreign student visa abuse and restore integrity to the nation's immigration system. The rule will apply to both new and current international students. Until now, most international students could remain in the U.S. as long as they maintain their academic status and haven't completed their degree programs. However, under the new policy, students who need more than 4 years to finish their studies, including master's and doctoral candidates, must apply for an extension and pass a review by the Department of Homeland Security. Industry insiders say this new requirement could create uncertainty for students, delay research, and complicate long-term academic plans. The Trump administration says the new measures are designed to prevent abuse of the student visa system and tighten immigration control through regular vetting. The policy will also apply to exchange visitors on J-1 visas, such as researchers or those doing professional internships, while foreign journalists will be required to renew their visas every 240 days instead of every 5 years. The regulations are set to take effect in September, 60 days after their publication in the Federal Register. An Sung-jin, Arirang News.
US President Donald Trump has alleged that China interfered in the 2020 presidential election where he lost to Joe Biden. During a White House address on Thursday, Trump claimed that Beijing illegally obtained more than 200 million US voter files containing sensitive personal information and called it the largest compromise of election data in history. He said that newly declassified intelligence suggested that China attempted to manufacture illegal ballots for Biden and argued that these findings had been concealed by intelligence officials. However, major US media outlets, including the New York Times and CNN, reported that no evidence of election manipulation has been found. US intelligence agencies had also earlier concluded with high confidence that Beijing did not sway the outcome. Explosions have been reported across several cities in southern Iran as fighting between the United States and Iran continues. According to Iran state media IRNA, there were a series of explosions on Thursday evening local time in the southwestern city of Avaz. A local official stated that areas near Avaz had come under enemy attack and that authorities are assessing the damage and will release further details after an investigation. Officials in the southern port cities of Bushehr and Bandar Abbas also confirmed explosions there. On the same day, the US Central Command said in a social media post that US forces had launched a sixth consecutive night of airstrikes against Iran, aimed at further weakening Tehran's military capabilities. In today's consumer-driven society, a new exhibition invites us to pause and reflect on ourselves. A posthumous retrospective of renowned British documentary photographer Martin Parr opened in Seoul on Thursday. Our Hong Seo-jung was there.
Pops of colors and striking photographs immediately catch the eye. The images seem to come alive with vividly captured images that appear almost three-dimensional. These are the works of iconic British documentary photographer Martin Parr, renowned for his witty yet often satirical take on everyday subjects. Following his death last December, his first posthumous retrospective in Asia opened at the Seoul Museum of Art on Thursday.
Martin has been a photographer for over 50 years. He's known for his eccentric look on the world. The funniest thing about it is probably us.
By taking a humorous stance toward ordinary subjects that show materialism, Martin sparked controversy among traditional photographers. In 1994, he joined Magnum Photos, a prestigious international cooperative of documentary photographers. But his path to membership was far from smooth.
His nomination was heavily debated, but with Martin's arrival, Magnum changed.
As he traveled the world, Martin Parr's lens also turned to both South and North Korea.
His photographs deal with contemporary issues, including tourism and consumer culture across different parts of the world, so I think Korean audiences will find them highly relatable.
With his witty yet critical take on everyday subjects, Martin Parr's work still resonates with people across generations and borders.
The photos felt so immediate and immersive. It was almost as if I were part of the scenes myself.
It made me realize there's so much social commentary hidden in our everyday lives. It also encouraged me to reflect on things more deeply.
What we see in these photographs is a reflection of ourselves. Through everyday moments, Martin Parr asks us, what are we truly seeing? Hong Seo-jung, Arirang News.
That's all we have for today. Arirang News will be back Monday at 10 a.m. Korea time. Thanks for watching.
initiative. The future is already in motion. Intelligent